Drug trafficking and its penalties in the UAE. All citizens, residents, and tourists in the United Arab Emirates must be aware of the zero tolerance for drugs in the region. The UAE has a strict drug policy and laws in place which enforce zero tolerance for drugs. The governing laws against illegal drugs. The government of United Arab Emirates has issued a new law on combating narcotics, drugs, and psychotropic substances called the Federal Decree Law No. 30 of 2021, also known as the Narcotics Law. The Narcotics Law criminalizes the import, export, transfer, buying, manufacture, production, possession, acquisition, and abuse of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, as well as all the other types of activities and acts in connection therewith. The Narcotics Law repealed the existing Federal Law No. 15 of 1995, dealing with the same subject matter, and came into force on January 2, 2022. The Narcotics Law is a marked departure from the previous law, with focus on rehabilitation and treatment of addicts, as opposed to pure penal consequences, establishment of an anti-narcotics council, and change in the policy of mandatory deportation of foreigners in case of breach. Narcotics, drugs, and psychopathic substances. The Narcotics Law categorizes drugs into two categories. 1. Narcotic drugs. Any substance, natural or synthetic, in Schedules 1, 2, 3, and 4 as specified in the Narcotics Law. These include substances such as cannabis, cocaine, heroin, methadone, nicomorphine, opium, etc. 2. Psychotropic substance. Any substance, natural or synthetic, in Schedules 5, 6, 7, and 8 of the Narcotics Law, such as butalbital, barbital, aminorex, ethanamate, etc. What is drug trafficking? Drug trafficking includes the production and distribution of drugs. This could involve the acts of manufacturing, purchasing, selling, or delivering of narcotic or psychotropic substances that are banned in the UAE. Dealing in drugs is a more serious offense and entails stricter punishments than personal possession of drugs. Punishments for drug trafficking and promoting narcotics. 1. Imprisonment for not less than 10 years and a fine of not less than 100,000 dirhams may be imposed on any person who has managed, prepared, or set up a place for the abuse of narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances provided for in Schedules 1, 2, 4, and 5, Article 53. 2. Imprisonment for not less than 10 years and not exceeding 10 years, and a fine of not less than 100,000 dirhams or 500,000 dirhams in certain cases for importing, exporting, transferring, producing, manufacturing, buying any of the narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances prescribed in Schedules 1, 2, 4, Section 1 and 5, specified in the Narcotics Law, Article 57. 3. If the drugs are specified in Schedules 3, 6, 7, and 8 of the Narcotics Law for the actions mentioned at Paragraph 2, then punishment of imprisonment could range from 7 years to life, with fines of not less than 200,000 dirhams. Death penalty also could be awarded if the crime is committed with the intent of trafficking or promotion, Article 58. Cyber laws and drug trafficking. Under the new Federal Decree Law No. 34, 2021, concerning the fight against rumors and cybercrimes, anyone who creates, manages, or supervises a website or publishes information related to trafficking or supplying narcotics or psychotropic substances will be punished with provisional imprisonment and/or fines of at least 500,000 dirhams, but not more than 1 million dirhams. While the new narcotics law continues to be strict, it also has introduced provisions that are aimed at rehabilitation and reformation, with reduction in imprisonment for first-time offenders. Expats, visitors could also be deported from the UAE if they are in violation of the new narcotics law. That said, deportation would be on the discretion of the courts and is not the default position anymore. Article 75. The UAE strictly adheres to its zero-tolerance laws governing illegal drugs in the region.
For more of our latest updates, like and subscribe to this channel.